Alrighty, how's it going? So here's the next iteration of my zero gravity space shooter, and currently what I wanted to show was this issue I'm having. So what you're looking at is the entire arena, but you're kind of seeing it from the inside out because all the normals face on the inside, because technically the players will never be on the outside. So that's why I have all the normals pointing on the inside. Now, with this lighting, I'm actually having really weird issues where, despite there being lighting in the area, it kind of only shows up if you're looking at it. So as soon as I stop looking at those areas on this side, they're not lit anymore. I'm not exactly sure why. It sometimes functions during the game. So like if you're standing here and you're looking straight across, these upper and lower areas might not be lit and it flickers. Probably an engine bug. Maybe it's just due to lighting calculations with having multiple lights like this, but I'm not quite sure. So anyway, what I've done is change the actual scene actually. So now this game manager has multiple quote unquote levels that it can spawn. So different organizations of the obstacles. And what that allows for is a different configuration that the players have to one learn and then two get used to in order to play in a competitive environment. So basically a different map, but technically the same arena, just a different inside map per se. So currently, why is there no canvas? It would probably help if you could actually aim somewhere. Okay, so there's a laser now, you can shoot around, things like that. But this is orientation number 2. So you can aim somewhere you would like, and you press spacebar and you jump to that spot. So now what it does is it makes that spot you jump to, it takes the normal of that spot and it makes that your actual normal. So as you can see right now, I spawned at the the red team gate, and I'm currently looking down at the blue team gate. Now, this is correlating with how players would refer to directions in game, because you have north pointing towards your base, south pointing towards your base, and then you have lateral, forwards, backwards, right, and left on the same plane that you're within. So this also adjusts as you go around objects to the side, so you can walk on objects like this, but if you walk too fast, you just fall off and float down into free space. So then you can jump back on, no problem. As long as you're attached to something, you can keep jumping. So then I can also jump. Actually, let me show you jumping in a direction as well, because that's part of the game. So, all right, so I'm at the starting location, and I want to jump in that direction. So like my raycast, oh, it's too far. I can't just immediately jump and turn towards it. So while I'm lerping through the air in 0G, I can move around, freely shoot at other players. Actually, that should be on late update so that it doesn't do that, but you can move around, you can shoot and things like that. And then it properly attaches you to the normal of whatever surface you hit after you jump. So that allows for long distance traveling. So like, oh, let's just make a big rush for the main gate. So your entire team just comes out here and just like, boom, everyone just launches forward. It's pretty slow, easy to hit people like this. That's why a strategy like this usually wouldn't work, but you never know. Maybe if you all bunch up in the center, you can create some sort of a free space or hit free area where one player could stay inside, and then you could basically Trojan horse your way into their gate. Now the second layout is the original one. I spaced it out a bit more. Let's see if I can get it because it's random. I don't have a way to select. Okay, so here's the original orientation based off the level design, the top-down drawing. There's a center block here, lighting issues because there's actually a light in the center. So in this one, players are actually fighting for control of the center mostly because they would want to be able to easily push out from their base to the center and then push from there to their opponent's base. The the other one is more focused around skirting around the outside, so players or teams can try and take control of one, if not both, of the outer umbrella shaped obstacles, and that would allow for them to have a hold point so they can basically set up a camp here, and then players can basically defend and attack from the same position, which it's really strong, but it's vulnerable to flanks coming along the outer edge. So players aren't easily able to hold off this position as well, due to one, the way you're standing on the obstacle as well. So if I was standing on this outer obstacle here, I can easily see towards the blue base. I can easily see towards the red base, but I don't have an easy way to quickly turn around, or if a suspecting flank comes from the top and bottom sides, you wouldn't be able to see it as easily because you're focused your attention here and here, and there's no radar. So basically, you either need to be on top of your game or have someone like making call outs and information to you. Or yeah. So yeah, that is my next iteration. I was hoping to have the rope mechanic in as well, but that proved to be quite difficult with Unity and calculating and doing realistic rope physics since they're not built in. But eventually I will have that done and it'll look very nice. But yeah, so there's the next iteration of my level.